Good evening, all. How are you doing today? Oh, I'm so sleepy. I could just pull over. If it was like a spring or summertime night, I just pull over and go to sleep right now. I'm super tired. I know I say the same thing every day. I didn't go live stream this morning because after the snowstorm, I had to keep an eye on the road. How y'all doing today? Hope y'all all had a good weekend. Even though today's Tuesday. It just felt like a long weekend because I was off Sunday and Monday. And then Tuesday, I just stayed in the house. Saturday. No, wait. I stayed in the house on my days off. I didn't do anything. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't go anywhere. Just relaxed and did absolutely nothing. My body is so sore right now because my yoga, I've been stretching like crazy this weekend. And my arms are sore. My thighs are sore. So y'all know I must be doing something right. She must be doing something right. I know y'all can't see me, right? How's everybody doing this evening? Happy Tuesday to all. I hope you guys are all right. I hope everybody was safe from the storm. Did anybody run out of electricity? Did anybody power go out? Our power went out for like 4 minutes and everybody in the house was freaking out. Oh my God. I said, girl, the house is only dark for 5 minutes. How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday. Let me know that you're here. If you guys are new here, say hello. Say hello. A whole bunch of people came in and left. A whole bunch of people came in and left. See, when you do social media, stuff like that, honey, you can't be offended, darling, because that's going to happen all the time. That's going to happen all the time on social media. I know y'all can't see me, but that's okay. That's all right. I cooked last night. I didn't make anything big. I just made some rice, some jasmine rice, some baked beans, and I made some vegetables. Like I said, I don't have any meats because I didn't buy any meats yet. Yeah, I didn't buy any meats or anything. I think I'm gonna buy my own air fryer. They have an air fryer at the house. I don't really want to use it. I probably just get my own little air fryer because I'm for darn sure gonna be putting some chicken thighs and stuff. I love me a nice chicken thigh in the air fryer. Clean the meat, you know, marinate it up with some curry. And then all my spices and seasonings. I gotta get me some chicken legs from Sam's Club next time I go there. Get me some chicken, put it in the freezer, and go from there, darling. And go from there, darling. I've been eating a lot of boiled eggs, though. Because that's easy. Boil an egg, go off to work. I'm hoping when I get to the house that the neighbors, it's a neighbor that parks their car in our garage, in our driveway. We have a big driveway, right? And I think me and this other girl is the only one there that has a car. So I hope nobody gets in my driveway and just parks there because I shoveled that bad boy out. Me, not you, not the neighbor, not the girl. I shoveled the driveway. Okay? And I hope I don't go there and somebody's in my driveway spot because I'm going to be mad. I shoveled that out. Me, by myself. And it wasn't easy. That's why I'm cramped up. Probably for shoveling all that freaking snow all weekend. And I was out there shoveling it when it was still soft, not when it's hard now. But, y'all, I had a not terrible day at work, just exhausting. I'm not going to say terrible. I'm going to say my day was exhausting. There was a guy this morning. He came into work at 11 o'clock, and guess what, y'all? He ended up getting fired. Poor guy, but he was an older man. He was in his 70s. I didn't know he was 70. I didn't know that he was 70 years old. But he came into work today and they fired him, and I felt so freaking bad. I just felt bad. And I just was looking at everybody else at the job like, listen, y'all be around here kissing butt. Everybody's wanting to kiss the managers behind. And see what they do to you when you're no longer useful to the company? They just fire you and let you go. They don't care about your health problems. They don't care if your wife is sick. They just gonna let you go. They don't care about you. That's what I need for people to understand. At work, the butt kissing, the butt licking, the booty scratching, all that tap dancing and stuff at work, that stuff don't work. Can everybody give me some thumbs up, please? You guys are here watching. Can y'all support the channel? And just give me a thumbs up when you come into the room. Thank you. That helps me out so much. But yeah, a guy had got fired today, and he was like, I guess ready to retire soon anyway, but he was still working, you know. I don't know what his, I'm sure he probably had his ducks in order, but nobody comes to work prepared to get fired. But we all know that can happen at any moment. So I kind of felt bad for him, because, you know, after he got fired, everybody gossiping, you know, oh my God, you know, they just let him go, right? He told one of the ladies in the office, he was like, yeah, they just fired me. I was like, damn, that's a shame. We just don't never know, man. And it's like, can you ever be prepared for something like that? Not really. Yeah, you can be prepared. Kind of have other things going on too. That's why some people got second jobs. It's a little bit lighter to take that hit of getting fired if you got other stuff going on. Because if you have to take that hit from being fired, at least you have some kind of cushion until you can get unemployment. Because I'm sure he can file for unemployment or whatever, but unemployment doesn't pay the same thing you get paid at work. A lot of the times unemployment is much less. And I say much less, I mean much less. So it sucked to hear that. He was a cool dude, you know. He was an older guy. He was in his 70s, and I really didn't even know he was in his 70s. I thought he was probably in his early 60s. But he got fired today. Poor thing. And that's very embarrassing. And I'm just like, why do jobs do that? I was saying to the ladies, like, yo, why do they embarrass you by having you come to work, get fired, and then you got to walk back out to your car because everybody knows something happened, because everybody knows when they see those big bosses that come through, something is about to happen. Something about to happen. Breaking news. Got it 2 minutes ago in New York City. Child, please. How are you? I'm good. How you doing, Karen? Hello. How you doing, Mr. Ruiz? What's going on? How's y'all? What is today? Tuesday? How y'all Tuesday going for you? How your Tuesday going for y'all? I didn't go live this morning, y'all, because I wanted to focus on the drive-in. I made some food yesterday since I was snowed in. I was kind of bored. You know, you be on the laptop and looking at stuff on social media and doing my stuff. I got bored, so I was like, well, let me do what needs to be done as far as my social media content and stuff. So I still didn't get my Google PIN number yet, so I'm hoping that'll come soon. I don't think it's coming. I'm probably gonna have to just get them to send me another one. Whew, child, it's crazy. Try to get paid from YouTube. It takes like a hop, skip, and a jump. It just seems like, what's up? Where's my PIN number? All y'all had to do was send the PIN number to an address that never came. This is the second time I'm asking for them to send the PIN number to an address, and I'm just like, well, come on, Google, what's up? I'm hoping I pray get back there today, and I hope I get my thing so I can get my money from Google. Google owes me money, and I'm also trying to figure out how I can sell on Amazon, like sell other products, not my own products, but how I can sell stuff on Amazon and get affiliate, like do the affiliate marketing stuff. Do that. And just find different ways and different avenues to make money, because that's what we all have to do. We have to be out here making money other different ways. Start a business, whatever you're good at. I continue to tell people, we cannot depend on our 9 to 5s. We can't depend on a 9 to 5. We can't depend on our regular jobs. Most people out here working 2 or 3 jobs. Some people got 2 full-time jobs or a full-time and a part-time. And they still out here hustling, whether they selling platters, plates, they cutting hair, doing eyelashes. Like, we all need to have a different hustle out here. We can't just depend on our 9 to 5s no more. We can't depend on it. It's not dependable. A guy today at my job just got fired, and I felt so bad for him. And there's nothing I could do, but everybody at the job like, yo, can you believe so-and-so just got fired? I'm like, damn, that's messed up, man, you know? Crazy. Really, really freaking insane, man. But those are the days that we're living in. We're living in the last days, and you already know, don't nobody care about you. Don't nobody care about you. I'm not saying that somebody have to care about you, but I'm just saying, like, nobody give a damn. Nobody give a damn. It's crazy. It's crazy and it's insane. I'm hungry. The food I made today is just not filling me up. It's not filling me up. It's not. Chick-fil-A is always freaking packed. Chick-fil-A always at least got 20 cars in the drive-thru at one given time. I wonder how much money Chick-fil-A bring in daily, man. I know a couple $1 million a day. I mean, yeah. A couple $1 million a day. Fast food, period, just bringing so much money. I was at work today, so tired. So the girl that relieves me, she actually goes to college. She's a young girl, 20s, in her 20s. She go to college, so when she get out of college, she come to work. So she might as well be part-time, you know what I'm saying? She full-time, but she might as well be part-time. But she comes in today. Came in today at 10, so I got off at 6. So she comes in at 5 o'clock. I said, oh, that's how y'all doing schedules now? Y'all not worrying about me having my 30-minute break after, like, working 3 or 4 hours like I'm legally supposed to have? I'm legally supposed to have a 30-minute break when I've worked at least 3.5, 4 hours. But, you know, they don't care nothing about that. Now, do they? What are you cooking? Nothing. I'm not cooking anything. I'm hungry. I did cook today. I didn't cook anything big, but I just made some baked beans, some rice, and I had some vegetables. So I made that for work for the next couple of days. Just something that I didn't have to worry about buying anything. You know what I mean? It's nothing big. I didn't have any meat or anything to it, but since I was snowed in on Sunday, I was like, well, you know what? I might as well make some stuff I already have. I had baked beans in a can. I like the vegetarian baked beans. So the baked beans that I usually like to get, they're vegetarian beans, and I just doctor them up the way I want them to be, like baked beans, you know what I'm saying? So I doctor them up the way I want for them to be, cinnamon and all that stuff. But I didn't put my foot in it this time. It was just enough for me to eat, but I'm still hungry. Just made some quick rice. I told you I got this big bag of jasmine rice from Sam's Club, and that was before I think I got that like a year ago. So, you know, rice lasts a long time. So rice is always something you should keep in your arsenal, honey, because tough times, at least you got the rice. You can make something out of rice and canned beans or whatever. Even if you got, you know, the bagged beans, that's the raw beans. Those are good too. I keep those bags of beans. I know how to survive, okay? Shoot, as long as you got some baked beans, some rice, you ain't gonna never go hungry. But I just been trying to be frugal with my money. But for some reason, I just feel super hungry right now. Maybe because I didn't have any meat to my meal, and I just feel like I just had the rice and beans, and I had some of my vegetables. So I made that for lunch the next couple of days. So maybe I can go to Sam's Club maybe tomorrow and get like me a pack of meat, put it in Ziploc bags, put it in the refrigerator, and I could, you know, I just didn't want to go into the kitchen and use like an air fryer because I didn't want everybody in my business, you know. But you know, when you put like a piece of, like a thigh or a leg inside the air fryer, you have to keep watching it, like flip it over, turn it over. And I don't really be in the kitchen like that, so. But I am freaking exhausted today. I wasn't even going to really go live, but I said, no, let me go live and say hi, say good afternoon to everybody. Because I got so much content for YouTube, I could literally put out a video every day. Which I probably should lower that to start putting out videos maybe like twice a week or something like that. Do my lives and probably just put out a video, like a content video, like twice a week. I still keep saying, oh, I'm going to get my camera up and I'm going to start using my camera and not use my phone. That's another thing. I need a new cell phone. I need a new phone so bad. But I don't even feel like going to the place to get one. Because y'all know them phones are not cheap. I need a new phone so bad because my phone, I'm not able to like put apps or anything on it. And then if you go to the phone place, they might have you in there for like an hour. And phone places be popular, you know what I'm saying? So But I need another phone so bad because this phone I can't put apps. It gets hot fast and overheating. So that kind of pisses me off with this phone. But I need for the phone to be working because I got so much stuff, like so much content that needs to be put out there because I make content like every day. So sometimes I'm on my phone and both of my phones are like space is taken up. And then some of my videos that I made, I got to figure out how I'm going to edit that down. So, you know, social media can be a lot, man. For people that do this full time, it would just drive me freaking insane. Like, people that do social media and stuff full time, I don't see how y'all do it. But I guess you do it because you got to, you know? Do it because you ain't got no other choice. It seemed like it got dark faster. Well, no, it's 6 o'clock. Okay, yeah. So it's on point. I was thinking I got off at 5, but no, I just got off at 6 today. I just feel like super drained and super exhausted. At work today, customers calling up with problems that I have to fix. You know, people calling up with credit issues. Oh, my credit was charged, this and that. So we have to figure these things out for the customer because they call back and, you know, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of things that's going on. What the hell is going on between the sheets? How did you guys weather the storm? Did you guys make out okay with the storm? Did anybody's electric go out? Our electric went out for like 5 minutes and then it came back on. So I stayed in the house all day. Y'all know the girl that I tell y'all that got the son. She don't be doing nothing. She just be sitting around all day. She talking about she going to school. I'm looking at her like, okay, so when you going to school? She said she was going to sign her son up for daycare, and then she going to sign up to go to school. So I said, well, you got to do what you got to do. You better start school now, sis, because we're not doing nothing but getting older out here. So the more days that you sit around on the sofa, and that's what I don't really understand her drive. I don't think she got no drive in her. Like, aren't you bored of sitting around here every day? I really just couldn't. I don't want to sit around too long. I just start getting so bored. Like, oh my God, I gotta get up and do something. I gotta go do a hike or something. Like right now, I can't wait to get home so I can get on the yoga mat and stretch because I feel like my body just, I have to stretch my body every day. What the heck? Me having back problems and stuff, I can stretch that out, but it just takes so much time to try to get your body the way you need for it to be. Especially getting older. Man, imagine the people that don't stretch. Oh God. Stretching, I know your body has to be super tight, super cramped up. I couldn't. I'm thinking about going home, getting on the floor now and just stretching my back because it feels good when you're able to stretch your body. Like, oh my God, it's the best medicine ever. I stretched so much this weekend that my hips and everything is sore right now. I'm so sore, but I must be doing something right. I just be loving on my body, man. Loving on me, taking care of myself. Like, that's what you gotta do. Take care of you, love on your body, love on yourself. And I'll be back at the gym, but even with that, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the gym. Ooh, I found me a good Netflix movie over the weekend. I don't even know the name of it to tell y'all, but it was crazy, man. It was a crazy movie I found over Netflix over the weekend. Taking it to my little Netflix, and I'm got bored with Netflix because I just got back into Netflix, right? Because I've been homeless, so I couldn't really be watching Netflix and stuff in my car. So I'm back on my tablet. So I was like, well, let me open up my little Netflix. Girl, I was in that room chilling, watching my Netflix and chilling, honey. Having a good old time watching these crazy movies I be finding. Then I was like, oh, I should get HBO Max, you know. But Netflix is fine. I'm only going to pay for one streaming service at a time. Just one. That's all I can afford. But I'm used to Netflix and Hulu and stuff. But Netflix sometimes don't be having nothing after you done ran through it all. It's nothing left. So I think after this time, I think I'm done with Netflix. I think I'm going to try to find me another streaming network. I know I want to get Hulu. Not Hulu, but I want to get, what's that other streaming service that's actually free? I forget the name of it. They be having those ghetto movies, those crazy little, the A-list actors. What's the name of that streaming service? The stuff is free. I forget the name of it, but I gotta get that. You gotta get that. So my body is freaking sore as heck. My arms are sore. I really put in that effort, man. I put in that work. I put in that effort. I put in that work. Well, it's really nothing going on, to be honest, y'all. I just had a crazy day. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. And I can't wait to get home to chill. And all I do is lay in bed. Eat and lay in bed. That's all I do. Look at my Netflix, look at some movies or whatever. I'm hoping when I get there, a lot of girls are not there. So when the house is full, I don't like that because sometimes they can be kind of loud. So I was supposed to go to my store today. Says we're not going there either. I'm going straight home. We're going straight home to do absolutely nothing. Good morning. Well, good afternoon to everybody in the chat. Is there anybody new here? I gotta stop at Dollar General and grab me a little something. Grab me a little something. I don't really feel like getting out stopping there, to be honest. I'm gonna stop at one closer to home. The Dollar General around this time, they be kind of icy. Like the whole parking lot is filled up. Baby, wait, let me explain before you start to point your name. But how you know my name, son? But baby, wait. Y'all remember when I had went to the taco truck and got some tacos last week? When did I get tacos? I think I got tacos from the Mexican food truck. I got some tacos last week. I think it was Friday night or Saturday night or something. I don't remember what night it was, but the taco meat it was kind of tough. So yeah, I mean, I ate them. They was good and stuff. They always pretty good, but the meat was a little bit on the rough side. So the meat was a little bit on the rough and tough side, honey. I was like, oh God. She was like, oh, where you been? I said, girl, I'm not eating this food every day. I out here eating tacos every day, girl. I be big as a house. Big as a house, honey. We ain't trying to be big as a house out here. We got to get our summer bodies ready. We're going to get ready for the spring and summer so everybody can complain about how hot it is. Because, you know, we all out here complaining of the cold and the snow and everything. So as soon as summertime get here, we're going to all be like, oh my God, it's so hot. I'm so ready for fall. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing soon. You know it. I'm still hungry. I don't know why the food that I made, I don't feel fulfilled. I still feel extremely, extremely hungry. Oh, God, man. Yeah, it was a guy at my job, y'all. Unfortunately, he got fired. He was an older man too. They said he was in his 70s, and I was like, I didn't know he was that old. Because he looked like he probably could have been in his early 60s, you know, maybe late 50s. He was a nice looking older guy for 70. I'm like, I didn't know he was in his 70s, but he probably was going to retire soon, but he was probably just pushing it, you know what I'm saying? Just making a little bit of extra money, because, you know, we got to prepare ourselves, man. I think about my life and like, dad, what my future will look like. I don't even know. And sometimes I don't even care, man. I'm sick of society. I'm sick of, you know, the things in life that we have to like worry about so much. Man, I tell y'all what, if I could go buy me a house somewhere in the mountains, in a rural neighborhood, down a dusty, dirty road, not dusty, dirty road, but just down a road where nobody's at, just serene somewhere, man, I would live like that and get out of society if I could, man. Because I'm actually tired of corporate America. I'm tired of living in society. I'm just tired. Like, I'm not saying that I want to unalive myself or anything, so please don't call the paddy wagon on me, but I'm sick of living the same stuff every single day. This is crazy, and everything being so expensive, and you can't even afford to like take a vacation once a year, and it's crazy that you gotta work like 7 days a freaking week to pay some bills. You just get tired, and I'm at the point where I'm just tired. What am I going to do? Nothing. I mean, I got to just keep going, right? That's all we can do, but you just be tired of society stuff that's going on out here. I just like, you know, I be resting myself, trying to be peaceful, trying to stay at peace with myself. Because people can drive you crazy, your family could drive you crazy, your children could drive you crazy, and nobody's going to care about your mental health and your body and your health. Nobody gonna care about that but you. And I be so thankful, like all these women that be out here in these relationships with these men that be out here cheating on them and doing all this stuff to them, and they stressed out. I was just watching a video today on YouTube. This YouTuber that I watched throughout the years, I've been watching her for a long time. She ended up getting with this guy that's a bum, and she got 4 kids by him, and she's pregnant again. I think she's gonna have her 4th child. So she gonna have 4 kids by this man. He doesn't have any stability, but he's basically living off of her. He's living off of her fame and fortune. Like, she's social media kind of famous, you know. She got her businesses and she does all these things, and she has this man that's pretty much draining her pockets, you know, living off of her fame and fortune, just because he a good looking Pookie and Ray Ray. He a good looking Pookie and Ray Ray. So I be like, girl, I would have been dropped him. But sometimes when you young and you get with these men, you gonna have to learn the hard way, honey. Had to learn the hard way. So she now saying they getting married, but she gonna be the one that's gonna be footing the money for the wedding. There's no way in hell I'm gonna marry a man that can't financially take care of his family, honey. I don't think so. I mean, what makes you think when you get married only because being married is just a title saying, oh, I'm just a wife, while your man is just not providing and doing what he's supposed to do as a man. And some people may say, hey, well, why are you judging? What do you know? I know what I see on social media. So when you put your stuff out on social media, you give people permission to talk about you. Like, even me, like, I don't get mad at the trolls. They say what they want to say about me and my life. I really don't give a damn. I don't care who finds my content. I don't care if family finds it. I think family has found me due to my other YouTube channel. I got a tough heart. I got a heart made of steel. I don't give a damn what people say about me. They call me all kind of names on here. But do you think I'm not going anywhere? I'm not going anywhere, darling. I'm going to remain here. I'm going to remain vigilant. And I love when I see another woman that be on social media and people be dragging these YouTubers through the mud, honey. They drag them through the mud and they don't be caring. They still here. We still here. We still going to be here, babe. I don't let nobody run me off. People going to find your content, honey, and you're going to have whole people. That's how you know you've made it, right? When people start making content about you and they're bashing you, and see, the dumb thing these freaking idiots don't know, when you begin to talk about people like that, it's like talking about a celebrity. People going to hear you talking about this person. Now that person going to be curious, and they going to be like, oh, let me go see who he's talking about. So the trolls, the people that be trying to bash you, they try to pick apart your life and say, oh no, she's lying about this, oh no, she's lying about that. And people be making, they record your content and they post it just to have something to talk about, because they can't really produce their own miserable content. So they mix in a little bit of drama and talk about somebody else's life. And they make bank off of it. They really be, I seen a lady today talking about this one chick that I used to follow. And this one YouTuber that I'm talking about that I used to follow, I haven't really like been watching her at all until I seen she came up in my FYP, and I said, oh, something must be going on with her and her man. So I looked on the video, and darn, come to find out, her and her boyfriend must be going through another hardship. So everybody's talking about it. I'm like, wow. It's entertaining, of course. It's like a form of entertainment. It's just like when you watch, you know, the Housewives of Atlanta. Basically the same thing. They're just celebrities and people know them worldwide. But when you get on YouTube and people start making your content, and they want to say stuff like, oh, she's a liar, she don't have this. Go ahead and make content about me, baby. I welcome it, because you don't do nothing really but just bring more people to watch. You know, you bringing more company into the channel. I appreciate you. I don't run off. I know some guy I was watching, he started making YouTube videos. He only started YouTube because he was venting about his life. So he vented about his life so much, he literally came on this platform. And sometimes some people don't have anybody else to talk to, so they come on social media and they talk to strangers. It's nothing wrong with that. It's like your form of therapy. I just need to get it off my chest. You know, sometimes this is a hobby. Sometimes social media can be therapy for people. Sometimes a person could be lonely and they be like, well, I don't got nobody else to talk to, so let me talk to this. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with talking to somebody on social media, right? Nothing wrong with that. But the trolls will come in and try to bash you and say, hey, when the person is trolling you and they want to bash you, they don't even make content themselves. Isn't that funny? Isn't that just funny? Doesn't that just make you laugh? They don't make content themselves, but they want to come on you. Somebody said something to me yesterday. I think I screenshotted her comment. She said something about, because I live in transitional housing. I keep saying traditional, but I live in transitional housing. I'm not really homeless right now, but I still consider myself to kind of be houseless without a house, but where I'm at is a temporary space. But I can stay there as long as I'm paying the bills. So, because I have rent and stuff that I have to pay now. So, but there was a lady that came into my comment section and she was like, well, what do you think? What do you think? How did you expect it to be? You live in transitional housing. What do you expect? I said, what? I said, what is this comment about? I said, girl, if you don't know me by now, please go back and look at some of my videos that I made the last year or two down the line, months ago. Go watch my content, darling. Before you come here with your big mouth, and then she said something like, oh, I don't care. She was like, oh, I don't care if you block me. I said, girl, I don't really reach that petty. I don't really block everybody because I don't even really be having time to block people. I have no time. Because when you block someone, you have to actually dig to block. It's a process to block somebody. So she was like, I don't care if you block me. I said, sis, I'm not going to block you because I know you'll be back. You know what I'm saying? I know you're going to be looking for me. I know you're going to be looking for me. The trolls always come back to find you, darling. They probably going to be making videos about me soon. So she said something really nasty. She was like, well, what do you think it is? That's not your place. And well, sis, just because it's not my place don't mean that I don't have a voice. I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. I could go talk about Donald Trump or the White House right now if I feel like it. When you do social media, as long as you're not up here threatening nobody, hurting nobody, harming yourself or harming someone else, you can talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. And if you come here and say, oh, you talk too much, well, why are you here watching? That's the question. Why are you watching me? If I'm doing something that you just don't like, why are you here, my friend? I gotta get some creamer. I need some coffee creamer. I need some coffee creamer. I'm exhausted, y'all. I'm so tired. So yeah, I'm just like, well, if you're thinking all these things about me, why are you watching me, darling? Why are you watching me, sweet pea? That's the question I have. The trolls got so much to freaking say about me and my life. My life that I share. I share my life with the world. I mean, I necessarily don't tell everything that's going on in my life, because is anybody ever going to tell all their tea? No. Nobody's going to give you all the tea, are they? Hi, Miss Green. How are you? How y'all doing? Going well? Nobody's going to tell all their tea, are they? Does anybody ever give all the tea? No, you got to keep some stuff to yourself, especially if you plan on writing a book. Some things you're going to have to keep top secret, honey, because you can't tell it all. I mean, some people do tell it all. Some people come on this platform and they tell all their business. I find nothing wrong with that. If that's what you do full time, you want to air it out, That's your thing. That's your thing. If you want to tell your business, but there's just some things I'm not going to share, because why? I don't have to. I literally don't have to share all my tea. And people come up here and try to tell me what my tea is. Oh, I bet you she's this, or I bet you she's that. I bet you this, I bet you that. Yeah, well, keep betting, dear. Make sure you keep on wondering. So, I want to go to ShopRite, y'all. I want to get this Biscoff, this cheesecake thing that everybody's going crazy about. I want to go get one of those. Not that I need it, but y'all know I love me a nice little sweet pie or cheesecake or something like that. Love it, love it, love it. I think I want to try that Biscoff. Did y'all hear about the Biscoff viral cheesecake? Did y'all hear about that? One of the girls in the house, the girl with the mom with the little boy, right? So she was in the kitchen yesterday, and I just went in there and said, "Let me just make my rice." You know, she talks, and I just say what I need to say to her, and I try not to do too much talking because you know people be in your business, right? I don't really say too much to her, but if I go in the kitchen, I will say, "Hey," I'll just come up with something and just try to spark up a little conversation because I'm not going to be around somebody and just completely say nothing. So she was in the kitchen yesterday, and I said I made my rice, I made my dinner that I was going to eat for work the next couple of days. Rice, beans, some vegetables. So the chick was in the kitchen. She was making oatmeal, and she put vanilla bean ice cream on top of some oatmeal, and she was saying that her son liked that. I said, what? I've never seen in my entire life somebody put ice cream, Breyer's ice cream, on top of oatmeal. She said she was feeding that. I don't know if she was feeding that to her son as like a dessert, but I was like, what the heck is that? I've never heard of somebody putting ice cream on top of oatmeal. Like, I guess that was a dessert for her, or maybe it could have been like a cookie crisp. I like cookie crisp. I do like cookie crisp, but cookie crisp is only like it has apples and stuff in it. So maybe she was making like a cookie crisp thing. I love me a cookie crisp, honey, with some vanilla bean ice cream. I love it. Thanks for the thumbs up, yo. I appreciate it. I'm just exhausted tonight. I'm not in the mood. I'm really not in the mood at all. I'm trying to keep myself, you know. So yeah, I want to try the viral Biscoff cookie thing. I don't know where to find it. Maybe I can get it at Acme. Good. I'm glad you're doing okay. How y'all doing? Anybody new here? Y'all, I feel like my hair is falling out. I know I'm getting old. I'm 45. Do your hair start falling out at 45 or what? I just feel like my hair is not as young, live and vibrant as it used to be. My hair was thick. It's still thick, but I just don't feel like my hair is like where I want it to be anymore. I tell y'all, once I got this blowout, and I got this blowout like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. That's the last time I got my hair blown out straight. My hair just doesn't feel, it just feels thin. I don't know. I just feel like my hair, I'm getting older. I guess that's a sign of getting old. Your hair just be kind of like falling out. I don't know. But I'm like thinking about aging and everything. And I'm actually okay with aging. I have no problem with it, to be honest. To be honest with you. To be honest with you. So if I make the Biscoff stuff, I can't eat it until probably tomorrow. So I hope if I go home, nobody had parked their car in my spot that I plowed out with this freaking shovel by myself. That's the sad part, because it's only me and this other girl in the house that has a car. So I don't know if somebody's going to be in there. And that's okay, because if they park there, I'm going to park my car right behind them. And this is what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to come and knock on my door and ask me to move my car so that they can get out. So, yeah. If you don't shovel yourself out, that car is probably still parked, maybe. Because there's a car that parks in our driveway. We have a backyard situation going on. The driveway is huge. It's a big driveway. It's a big driveway that could probably fit like 5 or 6 cars. So it's that big. So, during the snowstorm, we got a lot of snow. I was out there plowing, not plowing, but I was out there shoveling most of the day. And that's probably why I'm so cramped up. But, I plowed my little area out so I can get my car out because I knew I had to go to work today. Went to work, did my thing. But if I go back and somebody got their car in my garage, I'm going to be pissed off. I'm going to be mad. Because I'm trying to figure out why you think it's okay for you to park in my space when I plowed this space out. I did this. Not nobody else. But people don't care. That's okay, because if someone parks, I hope that they have a brain enough to like move their car up so that I can park right behind them, because I'm for damn sure going to park right behind them because I plowed up my own area. That's just like, you know, city parking. And it's not city parking, but the driveway is so big, but most of the driveway is filled with just ice, right? And it's a lot of ice. But yesterday, I was out there going back and forth. Every 2 or 3 hours, I would go outside and shovel a little bit more, here and there. So I plowed out my own spot. And then I went out there at nighttime before I went to bed. I plowed out my spot again. So I'm hoping when I get back there that, ain't no idiot parked in my spot. Because if you're parked in my spot, I don't have nowhere to park. And I don't know who this person is that parks in our parkway. Because I think they know this is like a transitional housing. So some of the neighbors, they'll just park in our driveway and they don't care to ask. They don't care because they know that's like a transitional type of housing. So they probably like, oh, they got all that parking up there. We could go over there and park. But I still think y'all should do the respectful thing and knock on our door and say, hey, is it cool if I park my car here? Because since I could be charging you $10 a day, just like a parking garage right now. But I'm gonna be mad. I'm hoping nobody's there because I'm gonna be pissed off if I can't park my car somewhere tonight. Really freaking mad. Really, really mad. But I don't know if they have this Biscoff stuff. I don't know where to get it from. I'm probably gonna have to stop at ShopRite and see if I can find it. Because I definitely want to make the Biscoff cookie thing. The Biscoff cheesecake thing. I want to make that. I want to make the Biscoff cheesecake. I want to make the Biscoff cheesecake. I'm trying to keep myself awake, y'all. I'm so sleepy. How was your evening today? I hope y'all all had a good day. I had a pretty decent day, just tiresome. It's a very, very tiresome day it was for me. Very tiresome. And it's pretty much the same stuff every day. Nothing really exciting going on in my life. The same thing every day, working, trying to make ends meet, like most people, like most of us are, trying to make ends meet. We're all pretty much doing the same thing, Always trying to do the same thing. It's the first stop sign, the first red light I stopped at in a long time tonight. I've been making it through all these red stop signs or whatever. It's very cold and windy. It's not really too windy here anymore, but it was definitely windy yesterday during the storm. And I was just in the house chilling. I told y'all, I remember y'all don't know, I was trying to go to Walmart and get me a space heater. But the space heaters were so big, I didn't care to have like an extra little thing in my room because my room's so damn small. I didn't care to buy a big heater. I wanted a space heater, but I wanted like a little mini space heater, like something tiny, I didn't want to have to get me a big old heater. But there we go, another stop sign. I made me some hot tea before I left the job. And I drink tea bags now. I don't put no sugar or nothing in them. I just drink them like that. I had some green tea this morning, which I am not a fan of green tea, child. I do not like green tea at all. Never did. Never did. Yeah, it's not really windy around here no more. It was windy yesterday. Not a lot of wind. And I was out there shoveling that snow. Because in the beginning stages of the snow is when it's really light and easy to shovel. But when it starts getting cold and it gets, it rains throughout the day and the snow starts to freeze and turn into like a freaking icicle, that's when it's hard to shovel. It's literally impossible to shovel. So I'm hoping the next couple of days it warms up like people say it's going to and it start melting the snow. And I'm kind of over winter. I'm kind of over it. I'm like, over it now. No more winter. No more winter. No more, no more, no more. Yeah, I wish I could just go into the grocery store and win me like $1 million scratch off. Man, I would be so relieved. I'm like, oh, I don't gotta go to work tomorrow. Child, I've been trying to get me a passport. That's one thing I'm gonna do is get my passport. I've been trying to get my passport for years. But let me win the lottery. I'm on the first ticket out of here, honey. I'm going to take me an excursion for 6 months. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to travel for a good while. I'm going to do some traveling. But I want my bucket list filled up. I remember my father passed away. My father took care of my mother before she died. She passed away first, and then my dad died like 9 or 10 months after her. But I remember he was like, his bucket list, he wanted to go and travel and drive on Route 66. I remember he always told me, I want to go drive Route 66 with a trailer. I said, well, Dad, that sounds fun. So that was his wish for life, that he wanted to go and travel, but my dad couldn't because my mom was sick, and he definitely took care of her until she died. And I said, wow, my dad wasn't perfect, but my dad, he loved my mom. He took care of her until she died. He was there with her when she took her last breath. He was there with her. My dad was there for my mother, and God rest his soul, because then when he died, we was all there for him. Because my father died in hospice, and my mom passed away in hospice as well. So, but he took care of her until she died, and then we took care of him until he passed away. But I remember he was always telling us like, oh, I want to go travel. I want to ride on Route 66. So one day I want to go do that in his memory, you know. But they say Route 66 is very dangerous because it's like an open highway to like a lot of crazy stuff on Route 66. But I wouldn't be getting out to explore. But I would love to try that. You know, I remember when he told me that, I was like, I'm gonna live out your dream. Even if I take it when I'm in my 50s or whatever age I'm gonna be, I'm gonna do it in my father's memory. He wanted to ride on Route 66. Because I know Route 66, I think it goes into Arizona, California, other states. I think they said it spans through like 6 states. So I was like, okay. I think they say you could drive the whole Route 66 in like 30 days or something. 30 days or whatever. I don't know. But I look at a lot of stuff like that on YouTube. Money. Yeah, I would like to win a lottery, because I would definitely be gone with the win. I still would do my YouTube channel, but if I won a lottery, my job can kiss my butt goodbye, honey. Because now I can invest in the businesses that I want to do for me, and just do something that I like to do. Not something that I have to do. Not something like my job. And to be honest with y'all, I like my job, to be honest. I like what I do. I really do. I got into my whole, how I got into this field is a different story. And maybe one day I'll do a story time on how I got into this type of job. Because this wasn't the field I was in. I was in a totally different field. So maybe one day I could tell y'all about that. But I really do like my job. I just don't like the people that I have to like work with and congregate with, and you know, the other employees. You know, the workforce, you have to be very tough. Where I work at, you got to be a tough person. You got to be tough. You got to have that tough skin. Like a lady came to me today, and I had to iron her out real quick in a professional corporate America type of way. She used to be the boss. She used to be my supervisor. So she went into another situation inside. She went into another place in the company, which is fine. She making more money, great. She came up to the desk today. She gave me some paperwork. For me to submit any kind of financial paperwork or to change of financing or something, anything that she says I have to change, she has to give me paperwork for it so I can do it. So I can do the change that you're asking for. So she gave me a change form paperwork. I was supposed to go into my computer and change something. I thought she told me to void something, like delete it. The customer don't want this no more, we gotta delete it. Okay. I go into the ticket, I pull it up on the computer. I didn't do it right away. Mind you, she had at least an hour for her to notice that it was a mistake. She comes up with the paperwork. So the paperwork, she comes back to me later, 45 minutes later. Oh no, this is wrong. I said, excuse me? Let's back this up. What are you saying? What's wrong? What's wrong? Because you wrote this. I said, what are you talking about? What's wrong? She came over there kind of being a little aggressive with me, like, excuse me, oh no, this is wrong. I said, it's wrong? I didn't write this up, you did. So I said, what's wrong about it? Oh no, this is the wrong SKU and the wrong this and the wrong that. So I'm like, okay, calm down. Write the right stuff on the paper so we can start this again. She messed up. But a lot of people in the company that I work for, they don't, especially men, they don't want to hear that they're wrong, that you need to redo this. They don't want to hear that. Everybody always thinks that oh, I got it all together. You know, I never make mistakes. And then when they make mistakes, they trying to explain to you, oh my God, I can't believe I made this mistake. And I said, well, it's a mistake. So mistakes can be changed. The good thing about my job is if you mess up something, we can go and fix it. That's my job. I go fix things, right? We fixed it. We fixed the situation. I try to figure out a way to fix it, or I talk to the finance companies and we just try to fix it. She came up there all aggressive, all mad. Sis, you should be mad at yourself. Don't come up here with that aggressive stuff, because that don't work for me. I'm doing what I can do to help you, and you need to shut your mouth and just agree to disagree. And I said, okay, well, submit me with the right paperwork, because you made this error, I didn't. So don't come over to my desk trying to be nasty to me when you made the mistake. So of course, as soon as I checked her in a nice professional way, she turned that whole situation around and she tried to get nice. And I said, yeah, you see? But don't come up here being all aggressive to me when you made the mistake. I said, let's see if we can fix this. But people are crazy, man. This is like, and I actually like my job. I do. I like my job. My job is a different field than what I'm used to. So I do like it. I just don't like all the aggressiveness and the passive aggressiveness at the job. The job is a crazy freaking place, y'all. The job is a crazy place. But I be on it and I be ready for these people. They be trying me and I be ready for them. Like, you want this? Because we can go pound for pound. But nah, man, people are crazy, man. And I'm like, damn, I gotta deal with this until I'm in my 70s? Child, I got some things in the works. I got things that I'm working on that I want to do and just unlatch myself from society stuff. Man, I want to get out of this corporate America crap. I just don't want to work for people no more at all. Kind of over it, you know. We all have to answer to somebody. So even if you got your own business, you still got to answer to people. So you still got to answer to your customers, or you still got to answer to the IRS. We still got to answer to people. You just have a little bit more wiggle room. I think the good thing about having your own business is, you know, if you're successful enough that you can run your own business and you can hire employees or whatever. Some people have their own business and they're their own employee. They're their own person. You might have another employee or whatever, your family or whatever. So that's what I'm gearing towards, just doing my own thing, like full-time, even if it's 2 full-time businesses or whatever. I don't want to see myself working for people no more, because I'm sick of people. I'm sick of people. Sick of people. I just had this huge freaking headache all day today. I had a headache so bad. And I'm glad a lot of customers didn't. I was dealing with a lot of stuff over the phone today, so I'm glad that they really didn't come into the store and they came into, you know, they were over the phone and stuff like that. But then again, we're dealing with psychopaths, so we're dealing with sociopaths. But and I don't portray myself to be no saint now. But hey, I'm gonna talk and run my mouth. Right? I'm gonna run my mouth. This is my form of conversation about what's happening, honey. What's happening? I need to get me another little powder foundation. I do wear my powder foundation when I go to work. Yes, I do. I need me another one. I need that, and I need me like another powdered foundation brush. So I'm in the business for that. I just want to get those 2 things, and then I'm gonna go back to the house and just relax. I don't wear no foundation. I've been wearing like powder foundation. I do have liquid foundation, but it's in my storage, and I'm gonna go get that too eventually, because I'm a girly girl. I like to have my foundation on. I like to have my little face all beat up when I go to work, you know, not too much, just light, but I like a nice little beat up foundation look, you know. It's pretty. It's a pretty. So I'm gonna go over to Sephora and see if they got my foundation, because I was at I went to Sephora, but it was in a different town, and they didn't have that foundation. They didn't carry it at all. So I know this Sephora over here, I know that they have it. So I'm gonna go get that, and then I'm going home. Maybe I'll get me like a little burger. I just feel like I made my own food, but I still feel super hungry. So I just think I need some meat. That's why I feel super hungry. I don't feel like I'm filled up, you know. So I'm gonna grab me something. We're gonna be leaving here with something. But I appreciate you guys checking me out and going to go watch my playlist videos. I see that you guys are tuned in. I appreciate y'all for that. Very much appreciate it. I see you guys commenting, and when I release my videos, y'all be speaking up and saying stuff to me. I love that. I might can't always like read every comment, not read every comment, because most of the comments I'm still able to like see the comments and everything. So I appreciate y'all for just being here for me and encouraging words, man. That stuff means a lot. It means a lot when you don't come from a family member, when you don't have family, it's just you, right? I say I'm a lone wolf right now in my life, and you guys are my friends. You guys are my buddies. You guys are my pals. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. And Lisa, how you doing, sis? Yeah, I'm a lone wolf in the world, you know? It sucks. It sucks. But I'm not alone. I'm not the only one. That's what keeps me going. I might not have a great relationship with my family right now. And I'm not going to say that I'll never speak to these people again. But my hardships that I've been going through for the last 2-3 years, my family showed me that they don't care. So what can I do but let them go? Like, just, distance myself and just cut them off, cut the umbilical cord, because they clearly don't care. And it's not just the fact that I'm homeless and they didn't take me in. I'm just so far from that right now. It's just things that took place in my life where I thought that I would have support from my sister or from my brothers. I had no support. And it's not even just the homeless thing. I'm so far past that now. I've come to senses that they don't want to help me a long time ago with the homeless thing. But I'm a lone wolf. And it does get lonely. I'm not going to lie to y'all. It gets very lonely, but not lonely to the point. Like I always say, lonely. There's different forms of loneliness. You could be lonely for friendships. You could be lonely for like romantic relationships. I'm not lonely in that aspect of saying that, oh, I need to go find me a partner. I'm not lonely in the aspect of finding me a man. It's lonely in the aspect of having like a girlfriend or someone I could just pick up the phone and say, hey girl, can you believe this? Can you believe this? Can you believe that? I have to talk to someone that can relate to what I'm going through. And a lot of people can't. But when I built my YouTube platform, there's so many people that come here and say, I'm going through this now, or I've been through it and this and that. So, that's why I opened up my platform to talk about it. I told y'all, and I'm always say, God told me to open up my mouth and talk about my journey that I'm on right now. God got me here, God took me on this journey, and God was like, yo, you need to really explain to the world, hey, this is what I'm going through. I don't want nothing from nobody. All I want is y'all to share my videos, like my videos. If you're going through something similar, share your content. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not embarrassed. And I think some people that know me might have found my channel, like family members or whatever. And I don't give a damn. I don't care. I'ma still talk. We ain't gonna never stop sharing, honey. Sharing is caring. I didn't plan on getting out the car, but I do have something I want to pick up in this store. So yeah, I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed, honey. Everything is going to work in my favor. Believe me when I say it. Things always work out. Even though there's some times where I just be like, yo, I'm super tired. And I say that a lot. I do be super, super exhausted and super drained out. But I know that God got something for me. But I appreciate you guys. I'm going to talk to y'all tomorrow. I'll talk to y'all soon, okay? I love you guys. Good night.